as of the recording of this right now that you're listening to, North America has crowned their One Piece champion, and it was an amazing grand finals for the One Piece card game. Grand finals was Jonas versus Jackson. Jonas won playing Enel. Yellow deck won. Yellow supremacy. One nation under God.
Friggin' yellow.
Yeah. Enel is just American. There's a yellow spell that's literally like just a fucking electric eagle. Yellow is the new red, basically. But second place was Jackson with Sakazuki, and it was a really good match. Both players, their decks were they were firing on all cylinders. It was crazy. But I'm gonna link it in the Discord, Paramecia Flower Capital, permanent invite links in all of our social media. After they won, they were given their trophies. It was announced that they were both going to Japan for the World Finals, and they announced there that the World Finals is gonna be in OPO5 format.
Oh,
which will be pretty weird for Japan to go back to OPO5 format, but I think
it's the most sensible thing.
Yeah.
But I think that's promising.
I think that means we have a good chance to win, because the way the metas have worked for One Piece, so we have the same ban list as Japan right now. A couple months ago we didn't, but we do now. But what happens is that Japan's releases are they're one release ahead of us. So when they got OPO6, we were just getting OPO5. And so the Sakazuki deck that we know today, the Sakaluchi, that variant of the deck only came out the final weeks of OPO5. And so when we got the deck, we basically picked up our format where they left their format in O5, and they went on to O6, and they're going to be playing the new stuff soon. But we picked up that meta, and we've expanded that meta to what it is now in the States. And so I really do think that we have a shot. I think we have a shot at winning this.
It's just really interesting when this happens, when there's a disparity between East and West product releases.
Yeah.
Because it'll happen with Yu-Gi-Oh! Too. And what'll end up happening is the OCG release in Yu-Gi-Oh! Gives people time in TCG to plan out and look at things ahead. It doesn't always work out for them. Their sprites were huge when that set released in Japan, but in the US, Max C isn't legal, so no one gave a shit.
Yeah.
It prices were crazy day one, and then dropped after week one, completely dropped. And so we're gonna see the same thing in One Piece, where people invested enough to go to regionals are going to have had technically more time in a set than the Japanese people, because it is the Japanese time including the American time.
Yeah. So it's gonna be crazy.
The reason I say it's promising, though, is that I feel it could push them or convince them towards getting really close to simultaneous product release.
Yeah, well, fingers crossed. Things are looking good. So they announced a couple things at Bandai Fest, Card Game Fest, and also there was an announcement before Bandai Fest, I believe. So during Bandai Fest, they announced, they didn't give specifics, but the news itself is hopeful. They said they confirmed they are doing reprints of older sets.
Thank God, dude.
Thank God. They're gonna prioritize doing reprints of older sets, which is good. I do like the kind of way we're going, where each event pack, going to tournaments and getting event packs, the cards they're not new cards. They're different artwork reprints of other cards. So in this current one, there's all cards from the starter decks. It's the 5-cost Crocodile blocker from the starter deck 4 or starter deck 2. It's or is it 3? I think it's the Crocodile one. There's the 9-cost Kaido reprint from Starter Deck 4. There's the Rush Luffy 5-cost from Starter Deck 1, and then the 7-cost Kid Blocker from Starter Deck 2. And they're all like reprints with Treasure Cruise artwork on there. So like,
okay,
if you needed those cards, now you can get these versions of them that are like 50 cents a pop. Like they're so inexpensive now. Like, so I like the trend of this where they're releasing cards from older sets in alternate artwork, you know, to kind of incentivize going to tournaments and playing and getting the packs, like, you know, going to locals or something. But then like, okay, cool, like I'm getting these packs now, I'm building a, you know, collection. Cool. But they also announced, I believe it was before the Card Fest or like just before, Digimon is starting sometime this year. It's simul release. They're lining up their sets and they're going to be simul release, like worldwide release. So
I've also heard rumors of a digital format.
Yeah, there is a beta going on. You can get an invite for it for the new Dragon Ball game. The new Dragon Ball was a card game by Bandai, and then they split it into two. So like the legacy version is like, it's basically what happened was it started as one card game, and it has like evolved into this wild craziness over the sets. So they decided to split the game. So the legacy one is the game as you still know it right now, just gonna continue to evolve in that direction. And then the new version is like a new kind of more crazier meta, like it's kind of simplified, but like a little more wild. And that's
Dragon Ball has GOAT format?
Yeah, basically. It's regular and then GOAT format. That's what they split it into. So pretty cool. But there is like a digital version of that you can get a beta link to. And so I'm hoping that they do something like this for One Piece, because God, if the game had a digital thing, dude, I think if it had a digital format, it would be the biggest card game. Like
without a doubt, yeah. Like between just the IP of One Piece and how international it is, and fucking the amount of like trading card game players who are interested in it just because of the accessibility, who have also inflated the fucking prices, you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But like all in all, it would be good. I've said this before. I don't know if I've said this while recording, but like I really want them to like get their accessibility like straight, because that's the only reason I haven't been like playing the game.
No, it's the only thing holding this game back is like having like access to the cards and then like reprinting. Granted, it is like a game that is only a year old, so like
yeah,
I do understand that it's like, okay, there's gonna be kinks in the machine and stuff like that we have to work out, but I am hopeful that these problems are gonna get fixed and it's gonna be good going forward. Freaking what I was gonna say, that all of this to say that the greatest thing happened at the end of Grand Finals. They announced the winners, they brought them up, said they were going to Japan. They gave them their prizing, and then they brought out, so at the Card Fest, they had a performance by Hiroshi Kitadagi and Maki Otsuki. They played the new opening and the new ending song. They performed them live, which was cool. And then the winners, they brought both of them. They brought Hiroshi and Maki on stage, and Hiroshi gave both of the winners the Alt-Art Gear 5 cards signed by him. And then Maki Otsuki gave them both signed. I'm assuming they're pre-errata, or they might be post-errata, but it's the alternate artwork Nami from set 1, which I think those are pre-errata, unless they reprinted them.
Unless they reprinted, right.
Yeah, which I think they did, because I think they were part of the new set, but either way, signed by her, cool. And then if you go to the podcast notes, click on that link, it's at the timestamp. They bring them out, you can watch them get handed the cards. They shake their hands and they're like, oh, Gear 5 Luffy, yeah, cool. He gives them the cards, he says congrats, and then Hiroshi Kitadaki just starts clapping. The power of hype compels him. He starts clapping and dancing. He starts the USA chant, and then he starts.
Donnie does?
Yeah, he starts the USA chant, and then he gets he gets in the pose and he does the suck it hand gesture on stage. Dude, if anyone tells me that no, One Piece is the greatest and Hiroshi Kitadani has the greatest openings, if for no other reason than this. His musical prowess, amazing, but him starting the USA chant and then going
suck it. Dude, he's such a beast. What the hell?
He's a legend, bro.
Bro.
The pipes of an angel and then also agent of the USA, bro. We claim him. He's one of us.
This is peak fucking Dionysus shit, where he just he understood the vibe immediately and flawlessly.
Dude, he understood the assignment, bro. He understood the assignment.
Okay, we've dreamed of this for so long. It is time Arc System Works to put it in motion. Have Kitadani be the fucking song and dance guy at a One Piece fighting game tournament.
Dude, I think last year, one of the Evos, I think they had a musical performance. They had a musical performance for the oh my god, what was it? The KOF band played. They did a musical performance, which KOF music, if you've never heard it, was so good.
Dude, could you imagine a Strive style soundtrack, but it's fucking Kitadani?
Dude, that'd be dude. Each character gets lyrics and shit, bruh.
Insane. Absolutely crazy.
I would be ready to bawl my eyes out at the fucking Robin one. The lyrics would cut deep like Leo's. I would be sad.
Oh my god. It'd literally be it'd have the depth of Zato's theme where it's is it would be Zato singing to Milia? Is it Eddie singing to Zato? Ooh.
Oh god. Dude, that would hurt. We need Arxis. Come on. We got a banger card game. Check that off the list. We need a good fighting game. A real one. I don't need this. Well, I never played that much Burning Blood, but it was just kind of more arena fighter than actual I want I'll take a team Dragon Ball Fighters game, but if they make it one-on-one, that's even better.
Oh, that'd be crazy. Oh my god, dude. Speaking of arena fighters, what's up with the Jujutsu Kaisen one?
Dude, I don't even know. I've seen. Is it out yet? I saw people talking about it, but I didn't know if it was
it is, but let me see.
Jujutsu Kaisen Cursed Clash game mechanics. Oh yeah, it is. Oh, it's been out for a bit. Yeah, it's just another arena fighter looking thing.
It has to happen. The cycle has okay.
Oh, but I think it's a team game.
Okay.
I think it looks okay. That's kind of cool. That's all right.
But see, it has to happen because so to speak, Jujutsu Kaisen is Naruto Bleach, but for Gen Alpha, right?
Yeah.
They have to get non-serious arena fighters. It's just gotta happen.
Yeah.
For the culture.
For the culture.
Does it happen? Does it have to happen forever and ever? I wouldn't wish that on anybody. Rip fucking literally every Jump franchise.
Yeah. They're cursed to walk this earth. Cursed to push the boulder of arena fighters like Sisyphus up the mountain.
What is it about? Oh.
I have no idea. But look, card games, One Piece card game, good. I'm hopeful for the future of it. Hopefully they get their asses in gear with these card printings and stuff, and we'll be good to go. Either way, we're a part-time One Piece TCG podcast. But we're a full-time the Paramecia Fancast, the One Piece Fancast, where we review the latest chapters of One Piece and have different One Piece related discussions every single day. My name is John.
My name is Franz.
And chapter 1105. I was not expecting this chapter to like be as I got. There were so many moments in this chapter that like I got hype, and I was like, dude, like just nothing like crazy hype happened, but there's certain moments where like things that characters did and said on the Straw Hats, I'm like, bruh, let's go. Like I'm not worried at all.
On top of that, there's the whole fucking they situation.
Yeah.
Pronouns again.
Yeah.
Which like, oh boy, dude, One Piece is good.
Oh, dude, it's good. Let's get into this. The cover story was cute. So chapter 1105, the height of folly, and then reader request, carrot cooking a stew and preferably taste testing it by Odamania's brother. I just noticed the name. Somebody's a WWE fan who sent that in.
Dude, that'd be it. I wouldn't put it past a like Japanese like I don't think there's too many Japanese people into like WWE specifically. Like, of course, there's like New Japan Wrestling.
Yeah.
But like the Venn diagram overlap is pretty substantial, I would think.
Yeah. I'm making up a new person right now, a One Piece fan that is like also obsessed with American wrestling, specifically with with Hulk Hogan and Hulkamania.
Dude, that'd be so fucking funny. I 100% like I might have worked with this guy. Like I think I've mentioned a couple of times like a like basically coworker of a coworker who was like 45 years old, and like whenever we'd see, just be like I'll like show up to like the department and just be like, oh yeah, can I see my supervisor, this and that, and he'd be like, oh yeah, cool, yeah, let me go get him, like, and he'd come back and be like, oh, like so and so's in a meeting, like just wait around, he'll be out, and then like a little pause and just be like, man, so this week's One Piece, huh? I can see him being into Hulk Hogan specifically.
I am sure that he is ecstatic about the news that Netflix is getting what is it, Monday Night Raw, I think?
For real? Oh my god, dude, they should have put Vince McMahon behind bars much sooner.
Yeah, I like to think that they deep cut from the podcast. I like to think that they got the NFT machine and they minted him. I feel like that's like that's an even worse fate than dying. It's becoming an NFT.
And that's what he truly deserves.
They funged him. They funged. He's funged.
Oh my god. We start out essentially where we left off. If not at least hello Viz? John?
Hello?
Okay. No, we're good. We start off, Buster Call has been called. Reminder, third time for Robin, second time for everyone else in the Straw Hats. Yeah. And just like all the they're fucking bugging out. They're trying to get to their ships. Everyone's like, oh my god, what's happening? It's in the center. Everyone retreat, this and that. And the absolute chaos. And here we got the beautiful, the lovely Vice Admiral Doll.
Doll, that's her name. I was like, no, I forgot her name.
I've been watching the anime episodes for Egghead recently, so
hell
had
yes.
that like ready to go. But she's there like, hey, Saint Saturn, Borsellino, get to the ship. Like, what are you doing? It's a buster call. And Saturn's just like, nah, we'll stay. Begin the bombardments when the ships are ready. And like, she won't believe it, of course. And like we mentioned last week, he's not speaking his usual aloof way. He's not even being like very verbose at all. He let Saint
Yeah.
Saturn do the talking until Dahl was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then he just goes, go.
Yeah, go.
Dude.
And the like twitch and like the spine straightening, like, yes, sir. Like,
Yeah, dude, because like, could you imagine, like, okay, you've got 3 fucking dudes who are like over you, like well over you, and it's Kizaru, Fujitora, and Green Bull. Green Bull's a freak. Fujitora's like chill, but like I feel like he would philosophize, right?
yeah.
And then there's Kizaru, who just is quote unquote chill.
Yeah.
Like, you know very well how things were in marching band for us, where like, I know you did this and Jose did this as well, but like for our marching band, it was like divided into sections for like what instrument you play. And those sections had section leaders. You were section leader for trumpets, right?
Yeah.
And
I was trumpets. Jose was saxophones.
Mm-hmm.
There's
And
a couple other people we knew.
yeah, quite a few. Like honestly, like for a while, like most of our friends were section leaders.
Yeah.
But I know Jose, like personally, because like I also played saxophone, and there would be like moments of the year where it's like, okay, we'll do like one-on-one time with like section leaders, and I'll like come in and Jose would be like, okay, play it. I'll play it once and I'll be like, okay, let's play talk. And we just like chill
yeah,
and talk.
Dude, I think I was there for one of the play
Dude, I think so. I think you had graduated and you were like in for like
it was either that
holidays.
time. It was either that or what it was there was one time we had sectionals and the part of the song we were playing needed double tonguing, and I knew how to double tongue, and it's not something that I can just like teach somebody, like the instructor was teaching all the trumpets. So he heard me play it and then he was like, yeah, you're good, like I'm gonna teach them, you can do whatever. And so I was just walking around like, the trumpet Ronin, dude,
the section leader released from duty. Now the section Ronin.
The section Ronin.
But all this to say, like, Borsellino, I feel like would just be like, oh, did you do what you needed to do? Okay, cool, let's play talk. Except that, unlike Jose, who is chill as fuck, Borsellino's a cop.
Yeah.
So, like, when it's cop time, he's getting...
Let's play gun. That's what it is.
Let's play Put Your Hands Up.
Yeah. Dude, it's insane. Yeah. It's, you know what it is? He's play talk when he's with the homies. When he's on Vegapunk's island and stuff, he's like, he doesn't really care. Now that the band director's right next to him in spider form, now it's all right. Play the part.
Right.
Do it again.
Right. Like, it's not even like Akainu who's with him, because he'd still like futz around with Akainu.
He would goof off with Akainu.
Yeah. Like, not as strict, but like, this is fuck. I almost said the man's real name.
Yeah.
Nah, y'all don't get that.
Almost Dockstar band director.
He lives at beep 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 beep. This is his phone number, which I don't think he's changed. So yeah, all that to say, this ain't him anymore. This is like, he's in job mode, but like,
yeah,
I feel like there's a big because we've talked about like Kizaru in job mode and how that might like affect his general morals. But we're getting to a point where it's like, oh, I don't think the man's ever thought about morality ever. Like, it's eating him clearly.
Yeah,
but he's still a cop. And he's still doing it.
Yeah. He is insane, dude. And like, even like Vegapunk is like kind of scolding him too. Like, well, he's yelling at Saturn, but he's also like multiple times he's like pleading with Kizaru, because like, dude, they like we're a little family, like we've been shown. Like they grew up on that island. Like Vegapunk spent extended amounts of time with Kizaru just for him to like become this, which is interesting too, because I would have to go back and check. But did Vegapunk always refer to him as Kizaru, or is this the first time that?
Ooh,
like he's because
don't know.
Because like. Yeah, because you can read this whole 2 pages as, like you said, like he's in job mode. Because, like they keep going back and forth with his names, but I feel like it's on purpose. Because, like, even Doll is, like, Saint Saturn. Like, Admiral Borsellino, she calls him by name, like, trying to appeal to his humanity. Like, no, like, what are you doing? We have to, the Buster Call. And then immediately Saturn's like, no, Kizaru and I will remain here. And then that's when he's like, just go. Like, get out of my, like... And even here, he's like, I thought my life was the only thing you wanted, Saint Saturn. Egghead is packed with the fruits of the latest research in every conceivable field. Destroy it, and you'll set the state of scientific progress back 100 years. Call off the Buster Call, please, Kizaru. But it's like, dude, it's too late.
Yeah, it's... things are fucked.
Yeah.
And then on top of being fucked, we're just getting like reaffirmation after reaffirmation that this is literally Ohara 2, same MO, same procedure.
Yeah.
Because the motherfucker's just like, oh, did I forget to mention that I've ordered a strike against the ship that escaped the island yesterday? You know, Vegapunk knew shit was gonna go south, and he knew shit was gonna go south Buster Call style.
Yeah.
Didn't want it, but he knew. But like... yeah, dog, it's just fucked. For him to just say, like, you know, maybe someone on board could have known something about the Void Century. Like, man.
Yeah.
Luffy killed this guy.
Basically. And then he just, like, guilt trips Lilo, like... Because Vegapunk's like, how could you do such a thing? Like, they didn't do anything. They didn't commit any crimes. And he's like, you caused this to happen to them. Like, you broke the law just as they did at Ohara. You could not overcome your lust for knowledge. And so you had to go digging up the past. And it's like, bro, like, what? Come on, man.
Like, okay.
I feel for Vegapunk, man.
I do. But I also, like, let me say something crazy and then walk it back a little. I agree with Saturn that this is his fault for not overcoming his lust for knowledge. And then put the largest asterisk in the world next to that for fucking trying to go after this knowledge under the world government.
Yeah. That's
like he knew what happened to Ohara. He knew that was the world government, and he followed those same exact leads. And it's like, dog, like I don't know, like, you should have just fucking worked with Dragon. Like, if you didn't want to work with Dragon back then when he was a fucking loser, sure, whatever.
Yeah. Before his gnarly face tat, he's like, yeah, dude, I only work with people with weird face tattoos.
Like, man.
Yeah, I don't. It's one of those things where it's like, I feel bad for him in this moment. Because I'm like, damn. But at the same time, I'm like, dog, like, not in an angry way to him, but it's just like, dog, like, how could you be so naive? Like, you're so smart, and then at the same time, so naive. Like, it doesn't matter how many guns you build for them. Like, they won't hesitate to use them against you. Like, you know, like.
Yeah. Like, oh, nothing you can do will prevent that trigger from being pulled against anyone you care about.
Yeah.
So like I mean, we can even go back to like how all the satellites have this aspect of their personality, and like this is fresh because like I just watched the like intro episodes to Egghead.
Yeah.
But all of them are sitting here like, oh, I need more budget. I need more money. Like everyone's still like kind of like, oh, like it'll be for the good.
Yeah.
Maybe not Lilith.
Yeah. Well, Lilith is like, oh, let's just rat out these pirates so we can get the bounty and use that.
Yeah. But all of them are just like budget. And it's like, okay, yeah, sure. Like R&D takes money, whatever. Like, I get it, but like, does it really though? Does it really take money to do, or does it take money to do because you're working under the like confines and the system specifically of the world government?
Yeah.
Like, do you think O'Hara had a crazy fucking balls to the walls budget? Because I don't think so.
Dude, Robin's getting that crazy O'Hara inheritance, dude.
Dude, they like it's like, you know how like the US government will set up like bogus and very shallow funds for people that they've historically fucked over, except for black people and natives.
Yeah, except for the people that actually need it.
Like a good example is the colleges in the Denver area. There's 3 of them, like they call it like the triple campus or some shit, like whatever. Like there's 3 of them there.
Triple H.
But what it took was they demolished a entire downtown neighborhood to make that campus complex there. And so now anyone who like descends from like that neighborhood, they get free ride to the schools, like any of them. Sure.
Oh, well, okay. I mean, that's...
Yeah. Like, there's still a lot of... about that.
It doesn't, it's like, okay, well, I guess that's, like, the least you can do, but
yes,
that doesn't...
bare minimum.
It's putting a Band-Aid on, like, a finger, being like, and then a zoom out, and there's only a finger remaining of, like, some horrendous car crash.
Especially, like, when, like... I don't know when this was like built per se, because if it was like finished in 1990 some shit, yeah, okay, they fucking started doing some shit in like the 80s. College wasn't that much then. Like, I don't think anyone who lived in that neighborhood was sitting there like, yes, 40 years from now, college will be prohibitively expensive. No, they're like... either way, all this to say, that's how Robin has like the big world government money that was meant for O'Hara.
Oh man. But no, they continue getting on the Navy ships. Like, pacifistas are in standby mode. Like, get all the sailors to the ships. Ship 54 all green. Ship 21 all green. And on our side, Sanji is like, hurry, get to the vacuum rocket. Like, while Vegapunk is distracting those guys, we'll meet back up at the entrance of the Labo phase. And they're all like, got it. And Frankie's carrying Bonnie, and then Atlas is carrying fucking Kuma. And dude, this is so cute. Bonnie's like, Sanji, like, what about Vegapunk? And then he just, dude, Sanji would be a good big brother. Like, if he had a normal childhood. Just like, don't worry, Bonnie, I'll bring him back. And like smiling and giving her a thumbs up. And I'm like, man,
like on one hand, it's like the thankful thing of like, like
no, yeah, I am glad that he's going down this like brotherly sort of route with Sanji in terms of Bonnie, now that we like know.
Right. But like 100%, like, do you ever not be able to like, do you ever stare at the ceiling, eyes wide open at 4 a.m. and think about the Straw Hats and their traumatized past, and how that informs who they've become, and how that they've all could have had opportunities to be so much more, so much better, and impact the world so much more, but they got fucked over just like anyone else in the world, just like anyone else in real life.
Yeah.
Or is it just me?
No, the wide-eyed staring in the wide-eyed at the ceiling. I'm not as wide. I'm like eyes half open because I'm sleepy. But I have constantly thought about these characters like, man, like I don't know, like what if not to get like, what if Sanji had just turned out like his brothers? What if it didn't work? Like, what if Robin was part, like, second in line of Cross Guild instead? Like, what if, like, this is crazy.
Bro, like,
what if Frankie was dead? What if the train killed him?
Yeah, or I mean, like, either that or he'd just be like some undercity kind of like half cyborg, like,
yeah,
how he looked in 3D2I, but just in his normal life.
Yeah.
Also,
like,
dude,
insanity.
That reminds me, can I say something absolutely fucking like insane?
Yes.
To the point where it's like, I think it is tangential to something I've like randomly like sent you a message about like at like 3 a.m. while I was like pretty high. I am a full believer that the character design aspect of like eyelashes below the eyes in anime is like the most T-boy swag character aspect. And like I've said, I think I've directly told you about Frankie having T-boy swag.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Wait, actually, hold on.
So I think the way it went, if I'm remembering correctly, was there was no context given, and I think you just typed to me, "Yo, Frankie T-boy swag."
No, what I sent you was even more insane. It was verbatim. Boy pussy from Frankie would go insane.
Yeah, no context. Boy pussy from Frankie, and then, like
11 p.m. on like it's last month, so on a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday at 1 a.m, Franz sends me boy pussy from Frankie would go insane, and then my only response was, "What did I do to deserve this?"
But I bring it up because I have recently hit another exhibit of evidence to my case.
Oh no.
Which is like slightly topical, but like also rip, I fucking missed it. Amina from Gurren Lagann.
Oh, dude, I wasn't able to go to those showings either.
I found out about them the day of.
Yeah, it's so bogus, dude. I will say, though, this gives me hope that, because Trigger teams up with, like, G-Kids to do a lot of their home releases.
Yeah.
The theatrical release this time around was 4K versions of the movies.
Ooh.
Like, yeah, they got the originals and they were able to 4K up-res them. Or like 4K scan them, I guess is what it is. If you have the originals, I think it's a 4K scan, right?
If they did cells, like if they did traditional, I think they like you have to like upscale either by hand or like AI or whatever.
Yeah. Well, either way, they were 4K. Everybody I saw talking about it on Twitter said that they looked gorgeous in the theaters.
Mm-hmm.
I hope to God that they do a physical release of both of them, the 4K versions. Dude,
they better. Like, I gotta go crazy for that.
Yeah, I have wanted to own those movies like for so long.
Dude, bro, it's been like we're like it's been 15 years. That's crazy. Yeah. But also like, oh man, I either way, like I say, Kamina has T-boy swag because there's so many jokes in the series about his penis. And just like how he just had like, it's the kind of thing where like with the fucking boisterous personality he has, like he would be out there like chest scars and all. Like he reminds me of a like niche Brazilian video of like a trans guy coming home after top surgery and like still having like all the gauze around his chest and shit.
Yeah.
And like all of his family members and friends like waiting for him there, also wearing like gauze like on their chests and shit. Like, dude,
I love that video.
So if you have more evidence for specific character design elements. So far, it's the eyelashes below eyes, being proof of T-Boy swag. Please hit us up at the Paramecia Flower Capital Discord. Links everywhere.
Yeah. Oh God. So the T-Boy swag takes Bonnie, and Sanji, dude, I love this part. Sanji's like, come in, Nami, it's me, what's the situation? As he starts running the other direction. And they're like, we're already at the back door. What's all the noise down there? And Sanji starts giving them the lowdown. And he's like, a buster call. And Usopp's like, this island's done for. And I do love that, like, Robin is just in the little thing. And he's like, you can lie back down, Robin. Like, she heard buster calls. Like, what? Who? What? But
yeah, dude. Fucking... I don't even remember, like, what got her got. Was this, like, something with, like, Lucci?
I think so. I would have to go back. I can't remember exactly. I think it was something with Lucci. Yeah, it had to have been. It was Lucci, or it was, God, you know, it was something. Maybe it was one of the Pacifista the Seraphims. I can't.
That is also possible, yeah.
I can't remember what got her, but I remember she got. But but I just love this. Like, what about Luffy? He's with you, right? And then Sanji's like, not in my line of sight at the moment, but he's fine. Focus on yourselves. Like, so, all right, like, just full on 100% belief in Luffy. Like, nah, no, he's gonna be fine. Whatever.
That too, on top of like observation hockey.
Yeah, that too, because he can probably hear Luffy's like inner voice or whatever, saying that he's full. Like, but I love this next lines because, okay, I saw a tweet of somebody like, oh, there's a discrepancy between the scans and the official.
Don't get me started, man.
And then my God. It was all about Zoro versus Lucci, and then Sandman came on the scene and was like, responded to it, and he was like, yeah, the Viz one is basically like the original. Like, the Viz one is the closest one. Like the Viz one is better. Like, the Viz one is the closer one.
His specific wording was just so like, Viz official translation is more accurate. Period. Flex emoji. Yeah. Period. Flex emoji. And it's like, Zoro's still being held up by Lucci, so Jinbei went to put a stop to that and keep him from getting lost. And some people were like, oh, like, the visual, like, he's being held up by Lucci, whatever. And it's like, no, like, Lucci is such an annoyance that Zoro just like can't, like dude, stop, like, I have to go. And so Jinbei's like, oh God, all right, I'll kill the cat. Like, yeah,
I love it.
A fucking dear listener, you as human being, presumably, probably struggle with pests like cockroaches and everything. The cockroach isn't stronger than you are, but it's fucking annoying.
Yeah, and it's holding you up from the rest of your day.
Exactly. That's what's going on here.
Oh, dude. It's so funny. But they're like, so Jinbei went to put a stop to that and keep him from getting lost. After they moved the Sunny, Luffy, Frankie, and Bonnie went downward toward you, so Brook went to help Lilith, who got left behind. How many times are we going to have to deal with buster calls?
In this series, one more.
Yeah, but I love Nami's like, the problem is the escape plan where the Vega Force 1 takes us from here to the shore isn't going to work anymore. Kazar ruined it when he destroyed the robot. And then we cut to Brook, who's with Lilith, and he's like, you see, in my hands, moving a ship across land is but a piece of cake. Very nice work, Bones. We'll be back at the rear entrance in no time. And he has the Sunny like sliding on like this ice path that he's forged. And he's like, who would have thought of turning the island of clouds to ice for a runway? Brilliant idea and execution. And like, oh, a compliment from the world's greatest genius? That'll make anyone blush. So, how do you stop it at the end? Oh, I hadn't thought that far.
Dude, 10 out of 10. We love this guy. She smacks him upside the helmet.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna slide right off. What's your plan then, genius? He just turns it back to her. What do you think it should be, Lilith?
Yeah.
Like, motherfucker.
I love Brooke so much.
And then, like, a reminder, I don't even know from who, probably the Navy. The labo phase above the clouds is still behind its barrier. So
Yeah.
right now, not only are they gonna slide off, when they slide off, they're gonna hit the barrier so far, like nothing else.
Yeah. Like, and they just begin bombardment, destroy the central factory in the future city. So they're like just destroying all of the stuff below the labo phase first. And like, oh, dude, this page is so sad. Look, seeing Vegapunk watch Egghead be destroyed, like, oh, dude.
Like, like we've said before, he's always been well-meaning and this and that, and it genuinely was a project for the future for him and everyone with him. Saturn doesn't give a shit. The world government doesn't give a shit. Like, we don't even think right now that Saturn's fucking human. Of course he's not going to give a shit about the scientific achievements of humanity.
Yeah, and it's like the folly of Vegapunk, and it's like, dude, like, you worked so hard for all this thing, but it didn't matter to them because you weren't politically aligned with them. Like,
at the end of the day, yeah,
that's like the saddest part for him, coming to this realization that like this is for the advancement of the human race, and they didn't give a shit because all they wanted was laser guns. And it's like, bro,
it's literal, just fucking real life type shit. Where
yeah,
I saw a tweet. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fucking find it, but somebody on Twitter was just like rewatching the Batman animated series, and
God, such a good series,
dude, genuinely. Okay, yes. Okay, damn, I found that shit. It's a tweet from just like a normal person, a 3D artist at Blizzard, still normal. And also, rest in peace, Jesus Christ. Lately, I've been thinking about Batman, the animated series, how in that the Riddler was a game developer who got laid off from a megacorp.
Yeah.
And like, the rhetoric there is literally basically the same, where like, the Riddler, Mr. Enigma, which like, dude.
Yeah.
Ooh, what a bad last name, huh?
Yeah.
Bro, did I ever tell you, like, our new little puppy?
Ligma Balls, but with his last name. That's how you get killed in school. Like,
bro, our new puppy, like, trying to decide names for it, we were like, oh my gosh, what should we do? Like, this and that. Like, he's gonna be a big boy. Let's give him like a big ass name. One of our contenders, but immediately was also like vetoed by both of us, was calling him Nika.
Yep.
Because between us, that's fine. Whatever. We know, we have context. At the dog park, no. So, anyways, like, the Riddler is not part of, like, quote unquote, the capitalist class, the people who own the company that he started. And he is just like a creator, a proletarian. And everything that he wanted to do with what he built, torn down instantly at the wills of someone who just doesn't care because they're not politically aligned. And it's just, bro, why shit gotta be real sometimes, huh?
Dude, Vegapunk is the Riddler. It's the incoming Riddler arc. Although I want Vegapunk to be more like the Riddler from the Batman movie with what's his face play there. Yeah, Robert Pattinson. And I forget the guy's name who played the Riddler, but oh my god, he's so funny. Like, my favorite meme from those is like the video of him streaming on Instagram and like losing his mind, and then it's like the caption of the meme is like your unemployed friend at 3 a.m. on a Tuesday night. And it's like, they will soon know.
Dude, it's really funny because of these Paul Dano, the circles
Dano,
that like
yeah.
I'm relatively in. All I get is like the Riddler like gender bends basically, where like people are like, oh, like we could have saved her, or like whatever,
Yeah.
and it's just the Riddler at the end of the movie, but like with like long hair and then like
Oh my god.
like makeup filter on, and it's like, damn, y'all are like very real. Like this is way too true, but like also shut the fuck up.
Yeah. This is too real.
Oh my god. So like after Vegapunk literally just being depressed at the rubble that was everything he dreamed of, we have Atlas going up on the vacuum rocket. This is Fabrio phase, next stop Labo phase. They go on super fast. Yay, wahoo. Estimated travel time 32 seconds. That doesn't matter because Kizaru's made of motherfucking light. And just
Yeah.
Amano Murakumo sword just cuts the fucking thing. Atlas hits the fucking windshield like those high school like wear your seatbelt like PSAs. Like it is fucking gnarly.
Like,
and now
it's
they're just
cracked specifically where she like
yeah, no, she hit that shit in a way that doubtlessly hurted. And now they're just falling in mid fucking air. Sanji wants to save them, which great, fantastic, but man, Saturn gives an order, pacifistas, shoot down Bonnie and Kuma, as his own thoughts are fucking going through. And like they're all like raising their hands, priming for their lasers. And he's thinking it's just exquisite. The daughter he gave his life to save, killed by his own clone. A fitting end for the insect she is. It is the height of folly. Like, dude, fuck you.
Yeah.
Piece of shit, man.
And like the double page spread, they're falling, and like I love the lighting whenever the Pika Pika no Mi is being used, but like we have Vegapunk on the other end, like watching them fall from the other side, and he's like, when I heard you became a pirate bunny, there was one awful possibility that flashed through my mind, that the Navy might order the pacifistas taking your father's form to shoot his own daughter without realizing the irony of it. And he's just like watching wide-eyed in horror, and then we get quite possibly the two ending panels that like the dichotomy of man. Yeah, like, wait, what? Like, so the Navy surrounding Straw, like, hey, that's Straw Hat, right? I can't eat anymore. I can't move. And he's like burping, and he's all like, we see him fat as hell, ready, like fueled up. Capture him. He's one of the 4 emperors. And then, so like a little funny moment of levity, and then we fail to destroy the escaped ship. Must report back to Kizaru. Tell him they went to Egghead. And I'm like, so there's a destroyed Navy ship.
Presumably like, the one that went after them.
Yeah. Who's they?
Okay. So like we have the who's they, and we have also who fed him. Like,
yeah.
The fucking crazy 2 last panels, which I think indicates we're probably going to get an answer really soon, unless.
Yeah. Now, I can't remember. Is that building that Luffy is near, is that the burger machine?
That is the burger machine.
Oh, they're done for.
Oh, dude, literally what I said last week,
Yeah,
where his head is just next to it, just funneling the food in, while his giant body is just fighting everything off.
dude, Burger Luffy.
Dude, it's, oh my god. In My Hero, when Midoriya had backpack Emmy.
Oh
or
yeah.
Airi, and so he went like 100% because he couldn't like hurt himself.
Yeah.
Like, this is Gear 5th colon 100%.
Yeah, yes.
No
Insanity.
death, just freedom.
Yeah,
Including
just
freedom to
freedom.
eat while beating the shit out of others.
Dude, I know we've brought the meme up before, but like, dude, Luffy would absolutely like, dude, Luffy would love Wendy's 4 for 4. Luffy would love the biggie bag from Wendy's.
Luffy would fucking take down Western capitalism if I told him that the 50 chicken nugget family deal was bumped up from $10 to $12.
Oh, yep.
Completely dismantle everything.
Oh, it'd be so good. But, dude, so, like, I have no, like, Luffy's not getting captured, obviously. I have no doubt that Luffy's gonna spring up in fighting form. I like to think they're gonna try to catch him, and he's gonna get, like, pissed, like, hey, like, get away from me. Like,
Yeah.
I guess, okay, firstly, let's get this out of the way, because I think this is easier, because we don't know, like, who is they? I think it's Blackbeard.
Sure. And I think that's like the thing that's been foreshadowed the most, the thing foreshadowed possibly second most, but is still like a bit of a stretch, Revolutionary Army. And then still potentially foreshadowed depending on how you interpret it. But the Straw Hat Grand Fleet is another choice, because like, oh, they changed history with the one great incident. This is a pretty great incident, is how the logic goes,
dude.
But like, so we've heard those. What is your most insane potential? We've also brought up, it might be Caribou, which still goes into Blackbeard and whatnot. But
yeah.
What's your most insane choice for this?
Oh, I think it was like some of the Japanese fans were talking about it, and somebody was translating, and they said that there's some murmurs that maybe it's the failed to destroy that it was the man with the burn scar.
Okay.
Cause there's back in like a little when we got the Blackbeard portion of Egghead, where we were shown the Garp and the fight on Pirate Island. There's a part where Lafitte is talking, or I think it's before. I think it's during the flashback with Kuzan or Kuzan.
Oh yeah.
They're talking to him, and then they're talking about like the man with the burn scar, and Lafitte has this whole panel where he's like, oh, it said that he like sails the seas on an all black ship, and any ships that get close to him get sucked into an inescapable vortex and like get destroyed. And it's like, okay, like the wording on that without seeing the picture, I would think like, oh, that's Blackbeard, like the vortex or whatever, but it specifically shows like a whirlpool like sucking the ship and like cracking it in half,
which is why I've said like, oh, maybe Dragon's the man with the burn scar. Still a stretch, I know, but like Wind Grandma, Black Ship, everything has to do with wind and weather with this guy. That's how you get like whirlpools and shit. So like, though admittedly still a stretch, but fucking dude, like
maybe because I always had assumed, I had read it that they were kind of hinting that Sal was the man with the burn scar.
That was like more prominent, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I assumed, but now it's like, okay, well, if Saul Goodman has the O'Hara's teachings or whatever, like I mean, I know he was a giant, and I guess he could have a devil fruit power, but it just seems kind of weird that like it seems kind of weird to me that like he would save all of O'Hara's like he would be the most important person in protecting O'Hara's secrets.
Yeah.
And then he would also like go out on this ship and just destroy shit.
Right. I think an argument could be made that like he's still like in keeping preservation of O'Hara in that mission, preserving the knowledge that Vegapunk has is like just as important. Like
yeah,
there is like some risk calculus there where it's like, oh, if things are like super fucked, we just gotta go. But I can solve the whirlpool thing without any devil fruit powers. And that's like just with the simple fact that he's a giant, and giants, while they normally are on like normal sized ships, I believe giant crews, like crews full of giants, do go on giant ships.
That's true.
And if you're not familiar with how boats operate and shit, boatology, you might not know that like very small boats getting close to big boats are a huge fucking danger for the small boat. Because like the wake will like bring them in. It's the same thing with like if you've seen any documentaries related to like the Titanic or some shit, and it's like, oh, like when ships sink, why do people nearby die? And that's because the ship is sinking, and its sinking has like causes friction and like vacuums on the water in that locality, dragging shit down with it.
Yeah.
So like Saul Goodman, devil fruit or not, it could still definitely be him in that way. That.
The other thing that I saw was that the only other thing I could think of, like a wild out there answer, is that it's sword.
Ooh, that is wild out there.
The framing of this, like, okay, it shows the ship that was destroyed, but then the final panel says, tell him they went to Egghead, and it shows a marine flag, like, still intact, flapping in the wind.
Right, and so most readers assume that flag is the destroyed ship.
Yeah.
But what you're saying is that flag is an intact ship, yeah.
Yeah. That's the only other, like, out there thing I can think of, because, like, they just escaped from Pirate Island. We know that the island that they were on...
G14 is close, yeah.
Yeah. And also, okay, so, if I'm not mistaken, didn't... Oh wait, no, maybe I have the timeline mixed up. Because they were on G14 and they wanted to go to Egghead to get Seraphim, or at least Helmeppo was like, let's get a Seraphim so we can go get Kobe.
Yes, right. And it was presumed that it was like a hop, skip, and a toss away.
Yeah. I was under the assumption that happened before the events of like Egghead had happened.
I think that's safe to say, yeah.
But maybe I'm getting the timelines mixed up, because there was a lot of things happening at once in this arc.
At worst, it was like the day they arrived.
Yeah. But either way, dude, this is insane. I do think that it is Blackbeard. I can't get, like, they showed his ship. I would know that stupid-looking raft anywhere. What he's after, or, like, if he's somehow a part of this, I have no idea what he would be after. The only thing I can think of is maybe like, dude, like Vegapunk or like Kizaru's Devil Fruit.
Sure, but like, on one hand,
like Vegapunk's Devil Fruit is kind of useless for anyone else who gets it,
right? Because like he was smart before the fruit, and the fruit let him like split up, basically.
Yeah,
but Kizaru's would be crazy. And like I think that's something that he would really, really like want to invest resources to get. At very least, I could imagine him just like waiting outside to see like what happens and then like striking like a vulture.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. I also saw some people saying that like it's so funny. Teching 101, one of the One Piece YouTubers, love his channel, but he's talked multiple times about, and I'm not like mad about it, it makes sense. He's talked multiple times about Katarina Devon, like, because she does have a sort of like super spy leaning infiltration devil fruit. She can just become anyone's form. And
like, she's in, that's it.
Yeah, and it's like, could Blackbeard be using her to like sow the seeds of destruction within Egghead? Like, could she be one of the players that we're seeing right now and just kind of causing shit to go like hell? I don't know. She could have been disguised as somebody else and gave Luffy like the fruit or something.
Hear me out. Like, this is like, it's not even cope. It's just like,
yeah,
it is like weird Facebook level conspiracy theory, like reasoning. But Katarina Devon like hates women that are like, you know, in her eyes, like more beautiful than she is. We've got Vice Admiral Dahl here. She's the only one from Sword that like came to this mission as opposed to the other mission.
Yeah.
So that's a possibility. I could see her like taking that for, cause she's got some weird shit of like, I'll take their fucking skin and whatever. Like,
yeah, she wants to like take their like face off. Katarina Devon's weird, bro.
Right. And so like with a devil fruit like what she has now, it is relatively reasonable to say that like I could see her like consistently, like if it's up to her, like infiltrating exclusively as attractive women.
Yeah. Oh, dude. It's seeing who this is gonna be. If it is Blackbeard, it's gonna get crazier from here on out. And then also I will hopefully get my call from downtown of Sanji hearing Pudding's voice on the ship and like going to like being like, yo, what the hell? Like going to save her. Which would also like, I guess, give the Straw Hats like a leg up, because he would be like, yo, like she's here, why is she here? Like that means, oh, somebody would know that she got captured.
True. And then like we don't know what Law's condition is, but he would be there as well. Like, and we know he's a fucking fan favorite. I know a lot of people were saying that like if it could be Shanks as well, given that Egghead, like a lot of people's like base logic was like everyone went their separate ways into 3 separate choices, but they're all really nearby.
Yeah.
And so if it is like the man with the burn scar and that turns out to be Saul D. Goodman, then Shanks could also maybe be there. But Shanks, I don't really agree with that, because Shanks said like, Shanks is on this like, okay, no, it's time. Let's go prepare for the One Piece.
Yeah, I think Shanks is like, Shanks left with the Giants, and he is not going to, like, he's no longer seeking out Luffy. He's no longer following Luffy. He's going straight to the One Piece, and he is fully expecting to see Luffy there. I think that's like Shanks's mindset of like, okay, like I believe in Luffy enough to where like, this is where I'm going to meet him, at the One Piece. Like he has full faith that he's going to get there. So it could be Shanks, but we'd get another weird, like, he intervenes and then like, oh, but I'm not, yeah, drive-by hockey, and then, oh, but I'm not going to show my face. Like,
bro, but Lucky Roo has the time fruit.
Yeah.
And he could have gone in and feed Luffy.
Lucky Roo is going to go back in time and cause a paradox.
Dude, insane.
It's crazy, dude. That's going to do it for us this week. There is a chapter next week So Madman Odo, we're not on break again. If you want to keep up with us and listen to all of our reviews of the manga chapters, follow us on all of our social media. We're at Paramecia Cast on Twitter, Paramecia Fancast everywhere else. Episodes go up every single week following the official release, and as soon as the episode is out on our hosting site, parameciafancast.libsyn.com, you can listen to us on all of your favorite podcast platforms, Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, Google Music. Anything you listen to your podcasts on, we're going to be on. If you'd like a free way to support us, please like, subscribe, engage with any of the content you listen to us. Engage with us on any platform you listen to us on. Engagement with your favorite artists and
content creators, just anybody.
Content creators. Yeah. Engagement is like the best absolute way you can help them for free. Pushes their stuff through the algorithm, tells the algorithm that this is something that more people want to see, and does all that good stuff.
You know what it is.
If you have a little bit of shmoney that you're able to send towards the show, you can do so on our Patreon, patreon.com/Paramecia. Again, all of the Patreon money is going towards expanding the monthly media limit for our hosting site, which we've already been able to do. So thanks to our patrons, you're able to see, like, you're getting girthier episodes with more tangents. But shout outs to Joe Williams, Chance, Maggie Rice, Ice Stomp, The Lost Crab Rangoon, Zach, Connor, Ashok Murthy, Corey Agra, Fuddy Clam, James Sullivan, David Brownfield, Sam Thompson, Charles Ruth, Ronald Miller, and Bandle Vandal. You guys are amazing. Like I said, your support is going towards hosting site and hopefully soon some new audio equipment so we can get some just better quality stuff, and one thing at a time, but we're getting there. So thank you all for your support. I got nothing,
dude. I mean, this whole discussion is a crack theory in and of itself. I like
yeah.
Fuck it. Anel is here. Like,
dude,
what do you
it's
want?
Anel. Dude, straight off winning the national championships, Anel is back, baby.
Let's fucking go.